Okay, so Alex Hormozy says volume negates luck. And when I heard that, I realized that's exactly what I did to build my agency from zero. No ads, no content, no website, no portfolio. Just outreach. Every single day, I was reaching out to multiple businesses. And I was sending a message nobody else was sending. 400 clients later, after doing multiple 7 figures for years, it all started with one DM. And here's what changed. AI has made it easier than ever to deliver a service, which means more people are launching offers every single day. The freelancer in your niche, who was your biggest competitor 6 months ago, now the same guy has 5 more people behind him. The guys who win from here aren't the one with the best skills. They are the ones who are getting in front of clients first, before the market gets loud. And you literally have a couple of months before outreach becomes as saturated as every other channel. This video is not for you if you are still waiting to feel ready. It's for you if you want to sign your next client this week, even if you have zero experience, zero portfolio, and zero budget for ads. If you guys don't know me yet, my name is Vedant and I'm the founder of Digital Brothers, one of the largest marketing agency in France. Over the past 5 years, we have generated 75 million euros for our clients. We served more than 400 clients in 42 different niches. And guess what? I have the same background as you. When I first started out, I had no clue about what marketing was. I just learned everything on the spot. And the purpose of this channel is to give back and show you exactly what has worked for me, but also what I'm still doing now. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so most people who try to build an agency are doing one of these 3 things right now. They're either building a website, creating some content, or they're just waiting to feel ready. Until they have a case study, until the timing is right, whatever. And here's the problem with waiting. Every single day, AI makes it easier for someone else to launch the exact same service you're offering. Every single day, you have 1,000 of new competitors. And as Alex Hormozy says, volume negates luck, which means that at the end of the day, you don't need a perfect message. You don't need a perfect portfolio. You need to be in front of enough people so that the math will work in your favor. And see those notes. 5 years ago, when I started, I had none of it. No content, no ads, no budget, no case studies, no website. I was just reaching out. Back in the days, there was no AI. Every single day, I was doing door-to-door, walking from businesses to businesses, doing cold calling, sending emails, sending Instagram DMs. Every single day, I was trying to get in front of real businesses with a real offer. So instead of just waiting, instead of praying to be seen, I was just hitting customers hard every single day. And up to this date in 2026, and guess what? The reason why it's working so well is because no one else is doing it. Everyone is afraid, everyone is scared of disturbing. So I want you to understand that if you want to hit your goals, if you want to sign your next client, you will have to get out from your comfort zone, which means that you will have to do things that you have never done before. And once you start using the right strategies, it becomes super easy to sign clients. Just to throw you some examples, I have a free school community with an 8-hour masterclass. The link is in the description, and in this masterclass, I'm showing you exactly how I'm reaching out to customers. And for example, you have Vikram. He has only sent 50 emails to 50 different leads. And guess what? He signed 1 client at a $1,500 a month retainer. You also have Vince. He's, by the way, a client of my agency. This guy was already making money. He was making $4,000 a month. With one single change, one single client acquisition strategy, he scaled to more than $35,000 a month cash collected. But you also have many other people like Pratyush, Jatin, Emily, Sarah, or even Aniket. All these guys are using exactly what I'm giving you for free inside my school community. Alright, so now that you understand why it's so important to change your mindset towards outreach, I want to help you with which type of business you have to go after. So guys, most people pick a niche by asking what's profitable, but that's the wrong question. The right question is, where do I already have an unfair advantage? Started with my past experience. Start with industries you have worked in, projects you have already delivered, the clients you understood better than others. Let's say you have done 3 projects for insurance companies. You already know how insurance company owners think. You know what they care about, you know what their problems are, you also know the words they're using, and guess what? That might be your niche, even if you didn't choose it intentionally. So you find your niche. I want you to go and find 100 leads in that niche manually. Search on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Google. Can you find 100 businesses in that space that fit your offer? If yes, that's a real niche. It means that you have an addressable market. If you can find these leads manually, it's going to be super easy for you to find these leads once you have the right tools. On the other hand, if after 20 you are running out of targets, then I would just recommend you to switch. Once you have picked your niche, I want you to post 5 to 6 pieces of content. Think about this should be related to how you can solve a problem within your niche, and I want you to post this on your profile before you start reaching out to customers. You don't need to go viral. I just want you to have enough signal so that when someone gets your message and clicks on your profile, they see this person knows my industry. He knows what he's talking about. And believe me, that plays a huge role between getting an answer and getting ghosted. And one more thing, you're not married to this niche. See, I have changed niche myself multiple times. In my agency, Digital Brothers, we are running multiple niches under one umbrella today. So just pick one niche, get your first 2 or 3 clients, learn the market, then decide if you want to stay or if you want to pivot. But just pick. The generalist doesn't get to charge what the specialist charge. I want you to understand that. A generalist will send 100 messages and sound like everyone else. On the other hand, a specialist will send only 20 targeted messages and sound like the only option. So now that you understand how to find your leads, I'm gonna show you exactly what to tell them. And before I get into this, let me tell you something I live every single day. See guys, I'm getting outreach messages every single day. I have some agency owners, freelancers, service providers. They find my profile and they send me these long, beautiful paragraphs. Super long text like this, and it's some random BS like, "Hi Ved, I came across your profile and I was really impressed by your work. I specialize in helping business like yours to grow, blah 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 blah." And guess what? I don't even open them. Not because I want to be mean, but because in the first 2 seconds, I can already see it's a template. It's not about me, it's about them, and my brain moves on. Now, just imagine you're using this wrong approach and multiply that by every business owner you're trying to reach. They're getting the same message from 50 people every single week. And guess what? Every single business owner is doing exactly what I do. They don't open them. So the first rule of thumb of outreach is stop writing about yourself. Here's what I did when I started myself, and here's what my team is still doing nowadays. And it's the total opposite of everything you've been taught. So rather than telling them what I can do, I just show them. Before they even know who I am, I just do the work first and send it to them. So it's a total different approach because it's way more specific. Instead of reaching out to 100 leads every single day, you're gonna pick 20 and you are going to produce a sample of your work for them and send it right away. That's the point. Let me give you an example. Let's say you build websites. I want you to open Cloud Code and I want you to build a revamp of their actual homepage. Then you just record a Loom video walking them through what you have changed and you send it in your first message. Your opening line in your message is not "I can help you." Your opening line is "I built this for you." And the structure is super simple. Once you send this, just copy and paste this message. Something like, "Hey, name, I was looking at your website and I saw an opportunity to improve a specific thing. I went ahead and built it, and here's what I changed and why." And then you just put the Loom link. This kind of change typically brings specific results. So here it might be more leads, it might be a higher conversion rate, better first impression with clients, whatever it is. And if you're happy with this sample, I'll be more than happy to implement it for you for free. Let me know if you're in. That's it. No need of 3 paragraphs, no pitch. Just, "Hey, I'm an expert, here's what I saw, here's what I built for you, and here's what it does. Let's talk." Let's say you're doing SEO. Just pull a quick audit of what's missing on their side and send the gaps. Not a pitch, a diagnosis. Let's say you are doing thumbnails. Just redesign one of theirs and send it. No charge, no commitment. The work speaks before you do. I also have a second message structure, and this one is kind of like the same approach, but instead of doing the work for them, you want to basically hack their attention. This approach is called the Trojan Horse strategy. So in this approach, first of all, you have to understand that if you do it right, you will end in their inbox. However, if you do it wrong, you will end in their spam, their promotions, in the message request, they will not see your message. So before using this approach, I want you to, just engage with their content. You should like their content, subscribe to their profile, follow them, like comment one of their posts, leave a genuine comment, not some random emojis or whatever. And then I just want you to engage with them in DM. Send a simple question about their business, about their offer, whatever. The goal here is just to get in their inbox and get an answer to your message. And now when they respond, you have an open conversation. And now here's the trick. In the next message you're gonna send, I want you to open their website on your laptop and I want you to record their website, their Instagram page or whatever for 2 seconds, just so the thumbnail of the video you're gonna send looks familiar to them. And then right away, you just turn the phone and you basically start recording your video. So first thing first, they're gonna click because they will think that there is an issue on their website. But when you turn the camera around, they will see your face. And that's the moment. They open the message and the message in the video will be something like, "Hey, client name, hope you're doing well. I just wanted to say that I really love your content and I've been recording this video to grab your attention. So I've been looking at your website and I saw this and that is missing. And having a look at your competitors, it looks like the reason why they're crushing it is because they have A, B, and C. So because I really enjoy your work and I want to help you dominate your market, I would like to implement all these things for you free of charge. If that sounds like a plan, just send me a message and let's jump on a call." That's it. That's the only thing you want to say in the video. And it might sound creepy, but that's exactly the reason why it works so well. Because no one else is doing it. So because it requires a lot of effort, you make them feel like they're the only person on the planet you message that day, even if you send 50 videos in that morning. So now, how do you find those leads? For finding leads, I use two approaches. So the first thing you could do is manual targeting. You go on LinkedIn and you search by job title and industry. You can look after founders, CEO, owners, plus your niche. You can also filter by location if it's relevant. Instagram works the same way. Search by niche hashtags or look at who's running ads in your space, and if they are spending money on ads, they're already investing in growth, and that's a strong signal. Second, for volume, you can use any lead sourcing tool such as Apollo or even a list builder like G7 Lead Finder, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You just put some filters such as the industry, the company size, the location, the job title, and it's going to pull you with a list of leads and all the contact details. You will get the email address, the LinkedIn, sometimes even the direct phone number, and you can literally build a list of 200 qualified prospects in 20 minutes. Once you have your leads, you want to reach out to them everywhere. LinkedIn and Instagram and email. Don't pick one. Hit all the three. And I want you to follow up on them 7 to 8 times across every single channel. Most deals don't close on the first message. They close on the 5th follow-up that the other guys never sent. By the way, guys, if you want to learn more about outreach, I have a super detailed step-by-step masterclass. It has more than 8 hours of recording, all the techniques, all the strategies I've been using up to this date, and you can get them all for free inside the school community. All you have to do is click on the link in the description and you can join the community completely for free. So pause the video, take 30 seconds to join and come back hereafter. Alright, so now that you know how to find leads and how to get their attention and you know how to get them on a call, I'm going to tell you exactly what structure you need to use if you want to sign them. So we have a structure we are using it in my agency, and honestly it has been the same since day one. We have done more than 2,000 sales calls with the same structure, and we closed more than 400 customers with the same structure. And this structure is pretty simple. When you jump on a call with your prospect, the first thing you want to do is you want to break the ice. You just want to make them feel comfortable. They don't know you yet, so I will recommend you to do some research prior to the call. You can just have a look at their LinkedIn, their Instagram, what they're doing, and you can just be like, hey John, welcome to the call. How are you today? Great. Oh, by the way, I saw your last post on LinkedIn. You were talking about XYZ. Looked amazing. How was that? You know, just compliment them a bit. And then you want to set the frame. All right, John. So thank you for the time. We're going to have a 30-minute call, and the goal of this call is for me to get more context about your business and see exactly which solution I can implement so I can help you achieve specific outcome. And then you just want to enter into the discovery phase. I know your attention is limited. That's why I will not go into the details. If you guys are interested, just drop a comment below and I will record you guys an entire video walking you through our exact sales process, and I will give you away the script for free. So back to the discovery. You want to understand their current situation, what they are trying to achieve, what they tried in the past, what has worked, what's working, what's not working, and then at the end of the discovery, you just want to do a recap. You just want to tell them what you understood. And then this is a very important moment, because when you do the recap, you're using their own words to show them that you understood their problem. Just ask if they want to add anything else. Most of the time they will agree with you, and that's where you need to transition to the pitch. So you can use a structure like, all right, so based on what you said, I'm pretty confident in the fact that I can help you because we have helped business A, B, and C to achieve specific outcome within specific amount of time by implementing our solution. Here's exactly how it works. And then you just want to present your solution. You want to pitch it in 3 pillars, so you should have 3 pillars. Each pillar is designed to solve a problem. For instance, in my agency for insurance brokers, the first pillar is about understanding their local market, getting all the data and getting very specific about their end customer needs. Then the second pillar is the implementation pillar. That's where we're gonna build everything for them. Ads, creatives, landing page, emails, AI workflows. We set up everything. And then third pillar is the launch and the optimization. And that's where we're going to optimize the ads so they get more leads. And then at the end of the pitch, you just want to ask them if they have any question, if they feel like the solution can help them. And then, very important, when you're about to drop the price, because you are reaching out to them, they didn't ask for anything. It's going to be hard if you are asking them to pay upfront. Instead of trying to charge them right away, you want to offer them a 7-day free trial without any commitment. So this is exactly how I do it. All right, John, so the price for this service is $5,000 for 4 months. However, as I said, I'm willing to implement this for you so you can try it for 7 days. So I'm willing to give you a 7-day free trial, no commitment required. And if you're enjoying the work, if you are actually getting results, then we can discuss further about how we can implement this into your business. The reason why I'm doing this is because I have a guarantee. It's either I get you 30 leads within the next 90 days or you get a complete refund. And that's why I also need to make sure I can get you actual results, right? So here what I'm doing is obviously I'm anchoring the price. And by the way, you want to anchor a higher price first. So let's say your offer is 3K. On the first call, you want to say it's going to be 5K. And then I'm just giving them a free trial. But very important, let's say the trial is 7 days. You want to schedule a second call 5 days after the first call. So which means 2 days before your trial ends. So now all you have to do is onboard your client and just deliver like a maniac, communicate with him daily, and 5 days later you get him on a call. You just let them know that if you guys were able to achieve this in 5 days, you're pretty confident in the fact that you will be able to get insane results within the next 4 months. And that's where you just want to give them a discount on the price. You just come back to a regular price, let's say 3K, by saying that you will just ask them a referral or a testimonial whenever they get specific outcome they signed for, which makes it way more natural because now you have a bid, a lead magnet. I'm giving you a discount, so when we get to this goal and then when you are happy, I will ask you to refer me to 2 of your friends. And that's also how you can get more business. And if the lead is not comfortable with a referral, then you just want to ask them for a video testimonial because it will help you to build your authority. I want you guys to understand something. Nobody buys from a stranger. People buy from someone who makes them feel safe. The free trial isn't a weakness. It is the smartest close you have when you have no case studies. Just remove the risk and let your work do the talking. And again, guys, inside my free school community, I have plenty of people who have no past experience closing deals like crazy. You have Shivam. He used the same techniques I just showed you today, and he closed a 700 deal on a single call via LinkedIn outreach. This guy is doing website development, 0 paid ads, only outreach. But you also have Sahil, a web developer. He closed a $2,500 a month recurring client, only 1 month before doing outreach. And these are just 2 examples, but you have plenty of them inside a free school community. Now guys, congrats, at this stage, you signed your first client. Now, what I want you to do is once you sign the client, I want you to deliver like a maniac. I want you to be on top of the client results every single day. You want to stay engaged with the client. That's how you will build wins. That's how you will keep the client for a longer time. And then whenever you have a win, whenever the client is satisfied, you want to ask for a referral versus commission, which means, hey, if you send me someone and they end up signing, they end up becoming my client, I'm going to give you XYZ amount of money. Or you can also ask, for instance, for a testimonial versus a discount on their next invoice. So once you understand this process from A to Z, you only have to rinse and repeat the same process over and over again and increase your prices over time. Because if you think about it, the more customers you get, the more results you get for them, the more social proof you have, the easier it's going to be to sell your next customer, because now you have social proof, you have case studies, you have testimonials. And I want you to understand one thing. Your first client is not your best client. Your first client is your proof. I want you to treat them like they're paying you 10 times more than they are, because the testimonial they give you will. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in comment. If you have enjoyed the video, I would appreciate some support. Subscribe on the channel, enable the notifications. And again, once we hit 5,000 subscribers on the channel, I will be doing a live draw and one of you guys will win a full mentorship session with me, a one-on-one call of 60 minutes, plus the latest MacBook Air. So hit subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.